I'm Dr. Bernard Pécoul. I've spent all my professional life working on tropical diseases. First of all, as a medical doctor with Doctors Without Borders, MSF, including 2 years in Thailand. And then in 2003, I've been the founder of Drug for Neglected Diseases Initiative, DNDI, an initiative to develop new treatment for neglected tropical diseases. Neglected tropical diseases are major global issues affecting more than 1 billion people every year, and those people are the most vulnerable people, are poor people living essentially in tropical area, affecting 3 continents, Asia, Africa and Latin America. Those diseases are caused by sometimes bacteria, sometimes viruses, sometimes parasites, but all of them are infectious diseases, very often transmitted by mosquito. In many cases, there is also animal reservoir. All these situations make very complicated the control of the disease. In addition, there is little investment in neglected tropical disease because there is not a priority in a global health agenda. There is very little research of new treatment or new vaccines for neglected tropical diseases. They are totally abandoned by the pharmaceutical industry, the private sector. So the consequence is that you have to address a massive public health problem with very limited resources and tools to control those diseases. I will use a few examples. One in Africa with the trypanosomiasis or sleeping sickness, a very severe disease. When you're affected, 100% of the population sick will die in a few years without treatment. This disease is transmitted by the tsetse fly, a big fly, and it causes a lot of problem for the population because in the first period of time the people are entering into craziness, plenty of symptoms, are excluded from the community. The only existing treatment was melarsoprol, which is an arsenic derivative, so very old treatment, killing 1 out of 20 of the patients because of the toxicity of the drug. So this was a major problem for the team working in this area. So an important contribution of DNDI, my initiative, was to develop a new treatment, an oral treatment to treat diseases. So today, when you're affected, you can take a pill once a day for 10 days and be cured for this disease. And the situation starts to be under control. The second example is leishmaniasis. Leishmaniasis affects a large number of people in Latin America, in Eastern Africa, and in Asia. There is different manifestation for the diseases, but the most severe one is called visceral leishmaniasis or CALASA. Again, it's a killing disease. Without treatment, 95% of population will die. So here you need to combine prevention because try to reduce the risk of transmission. You need to combine treatments that are difficult to deliver in hospital, and it's why we are also looking for new treatment to improve management of disease. My third example is a dengue fever. So dengue is affecting a very large number of population. Today we estimate that every year 400 million of people are affected by dengue. A lot of them in this continent, in Asia. Some others, of course, in Latin America, some others in Africa. Dengue affects many people, transmitted by a mosquito. There is no treatment today for dengue. There is a vaccine, but it's not a good vaccine. So we have a lot of problems, and the government have a lot of problems to propose a solution to the population. So dengue is increasing year after year. It's why probably the disease that is the most affected by the climate change. So now we see a large number of outbreaks of dengue occurring in large cities in this part of the world, in Asia, but also in Latin America, affecting the most poor population living in conditions of poor sanitation. So I think all these elements combined make dengue a major public health, and we need, of course, to have new investment to control the disease, but also new investment in research to try to find new solutions to treat and prevent the disease. In general, when we talk about neglected tropical diseases, we talk about people that are excluded from the large public health program. So when we think about neglected tropical diseases, in fact, we think about poverty. The link between the poverty and these diseases is quite obvious. People are living very often in remote places with poor conditions. When they are affected they are excluded from the society, so there is very often stigma linked with neglected tropical diseases. So this, of course, has massive consequences. So for several of these neglected tropical diseases, the best strategy is deliver massive drug administration. So give pills to a large number of population. Of course, to implement this strategy, you need to involve all the communities. You need to have an agreement among the leaders of the community. You need to have a large number of social workers to support the fact that you distribute pills to all children sometimes, or even sometimes all population. So this is a good strategy supported by the World Health Organization with good results, but this requires a lot of resources and a lot of commitment for a large number of people. So these are the challenge for control of some of these neglected tropical diseases. Of course, some of them are still expecting better tools, better treatment or better vaccine to imagine a control of diseases. So it's why investment in research is fundamental if we want to make progress. I think to conclude, you can say that neglected tropical diseases are very common diseases affecting more than 1 billion of people around the world, with very poor resources affected to the control of the diseases. So for me, it's important to call for action, it's important to call for mobilization, it's important to call for the awareness of the consequences of diseases. So it's why your initiative to try to educate young people and to try to share with those people the challenge of addressing neglected tropical disease is very important for the future. So I really encourage this sort of mobilization, this sort of social mobilization to address the issue of very poor population that could benefit for some key investment in this sort of disease.